Several years ago, this photo appeared on my computer screen and I thought it was fascinating, so I did some research on it. I found out this photo was taken in 1953 for an article in Life magazine. As you can see here, Life, Volume 35, Number 2, July 13th, 1953. After a little more research, I found this issue for sale on Etsy, so I bought it. So here's the magazine. I'm going to open it up. So here it is. These magazines are very, very large. And there it is. Page 23. Right there. You can see what it says right here. Every day, including Saturdays and Sundays, is moving day in Los Angeles. After World War II, there was a suburban housing boom and new neighborhoods were being quickly populated in Los Angeles County, California. Thousands of families were moving into these neighborhoods. The photo was taken in Lakewood, California, and it was a staged publicity photo to show off the community's rapid mass production. They lined up 60 moving vans on the street and had the families, who were already living there, put some of their furniture on the front lawns and act like they were moving in. This photo was taken on Centralia Street, just west of Hayter Avenue. On Google Earth, that location is right here. As you can see here in this old newspaper clipping, the photographer stood at the top of a very tall ladder next to this streetlight, and right in front of the streetlight you can see this young tree right here. On Google Earth, that streetlight is right here, and that tree is here. From street view, it looks like this today. Exit street view. The corner of this house in the photo is this house on Google Earth. These two houses here and here are this one and this one. And the house across the street from this house is the first house you can see on the right side of the photo. That is this house right here. I decided to go out to this location to try and match the photo for a then and now comparison.
You have arrived.
So here I am at the corner of Centralia and Hayter Street. This is the actual light post, and the photographer was up there, and this is the tree that you saw as a baby in the original photo. So I'm going to try to match that photo up today by flying my drone, taking my drone up to there, about 1/3 of this pole past that light, and line it up and see if I can, or see how close I can get to matching the photo. I know it won't be anywhere near perfect, but I want to try to get it as close as I can. But this is what the area looks like today from the ground. Grown over, populated, and very interesting.
Fly with caution.
Well, unfortunately, I'm trying to get my drone to fly in this area, and I keep getting this restricted zone warning,
Fly with caution.
and the drone will
Fly with
not
caution.
start. It's not working, which means I
Fly with
cannot get the drone just above that telephone pole there to get a shot down the street to try and match the photo. So I guess maybe I'll just walk down the neighborhood and point out some of the houses and just kind of get an idea of what it looks like today from the ground. So since I can't get my drone up there, at least not without special permission, I'm just going to walk through this neighborhood and point out some things, because in the photo, the photographer, you can't see this house here because he's right next to it, right about here, light post. So he's right in this area. Here's that tree that I pointed out. It was a little tiny tree in 1953. And then the first thing you can see is the corner of this house right here, right there. And then you can see the house next door to it. And then you can see that third house down there in all those plants, hidden behind those plants. Right here, and directly across the street from this house, you can see the first house that you can see on the right, which is that one. But this is the neighborhood, and this is what it looks like today. Unfortunately, I couldn't get an aerial shot, but maybe I'll try anyway. So I started walking through the neighborhood, and I met a couple who lives in one of the houses that's in the photo, and I shared my dilemma with them that I won't be able to fly my drone. And after a long conversation, he said, well, we have a ladder. Check this out. They let me use a ladder that they have to put here. Now, it's nowhere near as tall as it needs to be, which is way up there. But you know what? I'm going to use this ladder and take an aerial photo from this ladder. Not exactly an aerial photo, but a ladder photo, a short ladder photo. And that's as close as I'm going to be able to get today. All right, let's see what happens. So I climbed up on the ladder and I snapped this photo, and you can clearly see that the tree is completely blocking the view. So I moved the ladder across the street. So this is what it looks like from across the street. I got a photo over there, but that tree is blocking most of the view. But here I'm on the ladder, and this is what it looks like today. So there you have it. A 1953 photo taken in Los Angeles County in Lakewood, California, with a modern day matchup. And you saw that right here on the Forrest Haggerty channel.